Mom again. Today we are also going to be making a graham cracker crust and a coconut cream pie. And it will literally be from scratch because we are doing it from scratch. You are going to need a 1/4 cup of sugar. So make sure you measure it out properly. A little bit less than that. This is a very awesome cheating way of doing things. You just kind of eyeball it to an extent. This is going to be for the crust. That's the sugar. You're also going to need 5 1/3 tablespoons of a stick of butter. I personally measured it out, cut it with a knife. Make sure that your butter melts evenly without having, like chunks and things in that nature. I always cut it and then stick it in the microwave for about 25 seconds. In the meantime, we're going to continue on with the graham crackers. Just standard honey graham crackers, 18 to be exact. And it's not 18 sheets, it's literally 18 graham crackers. This one was broken in half, so I might just have to eat that one. Excuse me. You're going to put them in a Ziploc bag. That's 2. There's 4, so that's 6. There's 4 per square. Here is 10, 14, 18. So roughly, 4 1/2 squares of graham crackers. Keep in mind, this is graham cracker crust, and you can use it to make a chocolate cream pie. You can use it to make cheesecake during the holidays. If you have a small wooden dowel, you're just going to, hold on a second, I'll do this right first. You break it up, crumble it pretty good, and either you can take your wooden dowel and really get it to a fine powder type of consistency. And if you don't like that, if it's not working out for you with the dowel, which it should because it's only a few seconds worth, you can use your handy dandy meat tenderizer. But you have to be careful with this because, for instance, this is granite. This is not an ideal person to do on granite. That would be done on a Formica countertop or most likely just a generic countertop that has a wood with an actual soft covering on it. Because this is solid rock, it has a tendency to be a little more delicate when you're actually putting pressure on it. It's great for cooking and great for actually using it as a work surface, the granite is, but because it is natural, it has a tendency to transfer the vibrations, and vibrations, of course, since it is rock, it will cause it to crack. So we don't want to do that to this one. So that's why I use the wooden dowel. All right, there it is. The base for your graham cracker crust. I've set the oven to 350. We're going to cook it in a few minutes. So go ahead and preheat your oven. I should have told you that before. There's the 18 graham crackers with 1/4 of a cup of granulated sugar. And I just mix them up nice and evenly. I'm going to grab my pie pan. I should have had all this stuff set out beforehand, but I didn't. I was busy answering the phones and making, maybe. No, I want to wipe the clear one. I can't seem to find it. So this isn't going to be one of the prettiest videos I've made, but it'll do. I'm going to just use my Wilton pie plate, which is pretty much what you're probably going to have. It's like a couple dollars, not that big a deal. I'm looking to see if it has, no, okay. I was wanting to see if we had to actually baste the butter on the pan, because usually when you're starting to make things, breads, crusts, if you're not, the crusts usually have incorporated the grease with it, the Crisco or canola oil, whatever you're using, or the butter. In my case, we're using butter because I love it. And it's super fattening and delicious and marvelous. And it's so much better for you than eating lard. I mean, who wants to put lard in their bodies? Whatever. You're going to take the wooden spoon or a regular spoon, whatever you have, and we are going to actually stir it in to this mixture. I have no idea who that is. I think it's a guy called something else earlier. Your consistency is going to be really grainy, and you're going to look at it and go, I think I'm missing something. It just doesn't look right. Let me show you. Can you see? It's really kind of it's mush, but not really. It looks like it's too dry, like we need to add something to it. You don't. There it is. Oven's ready to go. So we're going to take our consistency, which is kind of weird, and you're just going to add it to the pan. Spread it around evenly with your hands. Some people use spoons, the backs of wooden spoons. Me personally, I like to feel the food, so I tend to use my hands. You press it all the way in, and it's still, you're going, really, this is not working right. Did I not use enough butter? You did. It's just the way it works. I don't know, I can't explain it. It's very delicate, so be careful with it, because it might crack on you. That's where people panic at the grocery stores. Remember when I would panic when I used to buy these? And I think, oh my gosh, it's cracked, it's going to leak out everywhere, make a mess, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, life's too short. Don't freak about the cracks. If it's still cracking while you're making it, fill the cracks in. Done. Fixed. All done. This particular recipe is supposed to be for a 9-inch crust, but I tend to put more crust on the bottom than I do on the sides. So, it only filled up 2/3 of the weight of the pie pan. This is going to go in the oven at 350 for 4.5 minutes. I'm going to set the timer for 4 minutes and then slowly and casually get it back out. And that's it. Actually, hold that thought. It's 375. I thought it was 350. And it's for 4 to 5 minutes, so we should be good to go. Basically, you're wanting to make sure that it's nice and golden brown. It's going to be kind of a fluffy or crusty. They expressed it as being firm and edges lightly browned. You're going to take it out and you're going to cool it on the water rack. That's it. Now, for the good stuff. You know me. I got a G. I'll show you this in a second. Move some milk.